Hey everyone, I hope you're all doing well and staying safe and healthy and as happy as you can in these times. Um, so I don't really know what's about to come out next, and all I know is that recording this video is really vulnerable for me, and I'll explain why, but I felt that it was something that I needed to do. So lately I've been realizing that I always need to have a lot of control over things in my life. And if I don't feel like I'm keeping control over things, then I panic. And I've been observing and I've been having conversations with people, my mom, Anthony, and just listening to others and realizing that that hasn't been working out for me necessarily. For my mental health, it's definitely not helped me in the past. And my business, it's definitely not helping. Business is going great, and I'm really proud of the year that my business has had so far. But I realize that I carry a lot of fear and anxiety about showing up as myself. As a consultant with Arbonne and speaking my truth and what my big dreams really are. And, I've realized that you guys, whoever's made it to watch this video, you are my real community. You're the people who've actually really cared about my journey that I've shared online, whether it's my business or my mental health or my relationship with food and fitness, and just my journey as a person. A lot of you know me personally, most of you do. And so this video is for you. And so that's why I have to remind myself it doesn't matter how messy it feels like it looks, because I'm just talking to my friends and my family. So I realized that you're people that I can call on for support because you are my community. And, I felt really uncomfortable sometimes talking about my business as a consultant, like outright. I talk about the issues that matter to me. I share about the products on my story all the time, and I've made demos and stuff, but I haven't really talked about what this business opportunity truly means to me. On the outside, it looks like I just sell beauty products and supplements and I make a commission, and that's it. And that's what most people probably think I do. And including some, if not most of you guys, because I don't really talk about, the massive vision I have for myself and why I'm doing Arbonne in the first place. I joined Arbonne to make an extra stream of income. I was a server. It was like 3.5 years ago, and I'd always worked 2 jobs, and I was down to the 1 job as a server, and I was tired of trying to organize my schedules between 2 workplaces, trying to make both managers happy and not double book and have any errors, and it was like super stressful. But working as a server wasn't cutting it. I wasn't getting enough hours and I wasn't making enough money. And so, long story short, somebody reached out to me on Facebook and shared with me about Arbonne. Now, I've known about this type of business model for a long time, network marketing or multi-level marketing. I've known about it for a very long time, and I've always been so amazed at the business model and how it gives regular people like you and me the opportunity to create an incredible income and essentially be like the CEO of your own business, the owner of your own online franchise, and to create a scalable business, which means that you have pretty much unlimited income potential while still being you, working from home and working the same amount of hours. Pretty much like any business model, and someone who is like the founder and CEO of a company, right? You open franchises, you hire employees, and that's how you spread your product farther than you would if you just had yourself in one little shop. And so I've always known about it, and I've always been really attracted to that because there's things that I want to do with my life that I always wondered, how will I make this happen with the kind of career choices I'm looking towards? So I had a passion for the arts, but I always knew that I wouldn't make a lot of money working in the arts. what was the beautiful thing about the arts coming into my life, specifically theater, was in high school and drama class. That was the first place I really got to explore myself and what it means to be human and what my emotions were and what I was going through. We were encouraged to look at ourselves. We had to write a journal every week, and I just absolutely loved it. I thrived. Ask anyone who knew me in high school. I spent every day in the drama room, and my drama teacher just felt like this gateway to deep conversation and self-exploration. And as you guys know, that is like a big part of who I am. Sometimes it gets me into trouble because I just think all day long. Like Anthony wonders why, like, at the end of the day, I've still spent all day alone and I still might want to be alone. It's because I could just think and reflect for like an entire day, an entire weekend. Like it's just natural for me. So, you know, theater, the drama room really did that for me. And so I pursued that in university, but I always knew I wasn't going to make enough money to do the things I really wanted to do, which was travel the world. Like going to Europe in 2014 for 6 weeks was like one of the best experiences of my life. And I never wanted to sacrifice being able to do that multiple times throughout my entire life in many different countries and continents. Like that just lights me up inside. Anyone who loves to travel knows what I'm talking about. You know, and I just want to make a difference in the world, and I want to be able to use my energy to actually impact other people's lives as opposed to go to work and earn a paycheck. Somewhere along the line, my vision for life opened up beyond that. And, you know, being introduced to network marketing and Arbonne specifically, and all the people around me who are casting vision for a life beyond their 9 to 5 and creating bigger and better things for the world, you know, somewhere along the line, I developed that vision too. And I'm not exactly sure even how I would spend my free time when my Arbonne business becomes my full-time income, because the possibilities are just endless. I just know that I want and need the time and mental freedom to explore that. And knowing you have to show up for work on Monday again really crushes that. You know, when you're in school, when I was in high school and university, I just had to show up, and it was part of the what's really just like required of you was to just play around. I did shows on the side. I dedicated so many hours to doing the vagina monologues and writing and performing in a show and all that stuff. And I didn't get paid for it, but it was completely filling up my cup, you know? And so after that was over, it was like, you can't really get away with not working full time and investing your time in all these things for free. And it's like, imagine I had something that I worked on a few hours a day that gave me the income that I could focus on whatever I wanted for fun, that could make a difference in the world, and just know that my bills were paid for. You know, it's like going back to being a kid and knowing that my parents would back me up, like I was safe. Whereas now it's like all about paying bills and making sure you don't make any choices that are going to be detrimental to your financial health. And that's the vision that I see my Arbonne business in, because it's scalable. It's not just me selling products, it's me building a team and teaching and training other people to teach and train other people to teach and train other people to sell a product that we love, that's absolutely amazing and I'm just like a total nerd about, and it's a better option for people, and it's just fun, because who doesn't love makeup, who doesn't love skincare, who doesn't love fizzies and fun protein flavors, you know, whatever your gig is. And, you know, along the way, allowing other people to paint this exact vision I'm talking about, where you've created a, you know, 6-figure income or more, even 5-figure income at this point is amazing for me. You know, to be able to pursue your passions on the side, because, you know, I was never willing to make, let's say, theater my full-time income. I was never willing to go through being poor and go through navigating that community and culture. Somewhere along the line, I changed. And this is the other way that I've found and chosen. And so one of the things other than just kind of sharing my story with you guys, because it feels really good to just get it out, because sometimes I feel like if I just share this on my Instagram, like nobody's gonna care. And people are going to think, oh yeah, that's a pipe dream. Or people are going to think, yeah, like I follow other people who are consultants for other companies and they say the same thing. Or, you know, I have all these negative thoughts, especially because I'm always consuming content from other Arbonne consultants or people in other companies. So I just feel like what I'm saying has been said. And I realize that that's not necessarily the case, because not everyone is consuming that content like I am. And also, you guys actually care about me. And so you see the person behind, you know, the consultant title. And so, yeah, it feels really good to share this. And, you know, I wanted to just say to you guys is that, you know, this is not, when people think of like, you know, their local businesses that they like to support or small businesses they like to support, I think that people who do something like I do with network marketing, they don't really view what we do as being a local company or a small business, because it's not the traditional structure. I don't have overhead to pay for, but I do invest in my business every year. So it's not like what I do is free. I invest in myself constantly, whether it's through, you know, buying actual products and samples for demos, whether it's courses that I take or trainings that I pay for. You know, I invest in my business and myself every year. So there are costs involved. And, you know, because I'm working under the umbrella of a large brand, I think it's easy for people to think that what I do is not the same as what another local business does. And it's not the same, but it is in a way. And so when you support my business, you support me, you support my dream. It's like every time an order comes in, I do a little happy dance. I don't know if you guys have seen that meme, but it's like every time you order something from a small business owner, they do a little happy dance, and corporations don't. It's 100% true. And so I just wanted to share that with you guys and say that all your support is really appreciated. And if there's anything I could ask of you guys is you know, if you don't buy products from me, if you don't become a business partner and become a consultant like me, if you can just like my posts, comment on my posts, share my posts, just so I can get more exposure, because I'm trying to expand my network and my reach. And I realized, full circle to what I was talking about at the beginning, I'm always trying to control everything, which also includes controlling like the image that I put out there. I definitely don't control my image when it comes to talking about mental health and, you know, all like the personal development stuff I've gone through. For the most part, I stripped away a lot of that, which is amazing. But when it comes to my business, for some reason, I feel like I need to show up a little bit different, which is not true, which is why originally I thought I need to shower and put on makeup before I do this video, but like that would be so not me and so not true to kind of like just where I'm at and like just having a one-on-one conversation with you guys who, like I said, you're just my friends and family. So in an effort to like not to try and control everything and actually ask for help and trust that like my community's actually got me, and that it's not just, you know, when I'm sharing posts of like my back rolls or, you know, the medication I take or, you know, that kind of thing, that my community actually has my back. I decided I have to put trust in that and just create this video, and that those of you who are meant to watch it will watch it, and that's a good thing, and that something could come out of it. If anything, just connecting with you guys on a deeper level for something that really matters to me. So yeah, you know, just liking, commenting, sharing my stuff would be amazing. And then the other thing is that a big way that you can help me, if you feel compelled to, is a huge way that we always build our businesses in Arbonne is through doing home parties. Obviously right now we can't do home parties, but we can do pretty much the same thing virtually. And when someone hosts a party for me, so normally it's either like a healthy living presentation or like a facial party, and how I'm planning to do it virtually is we create a private Facebook event. You invite any friends or family viewers that you think would be interested in learning more about what kind of products Arbonne has to offer. No pressure to buy anything, but I will send out samples of the skincare and some of our nutrition samples in the mail, and we'll all get live on a Zoom call and we'll go through the steps together. And I think it'd be really fun, and I would do really fun inspirational posts in the group. And as a host, if people buy from the party, you're eligible to get up to, it's about 77% off on your own shopping. So, you know, it's literally the highest discount that anyone can get from Arbonne, even consultants. And we always do, that's just part of what we do for our hosts, because you connecting me and whoever to people in your network is just so huge for us. And I know that, you know, some people are nervous about hosting home parties because it's a lot of effort online, not a lot of effort. B, they don't want people to feel pressure like they have to buy anything. I understand that too. I think this definitely takes away a lot of the pressure. And also, you know, if you know me, you know, like I'm just there to have a good time and make everyone feel comfortable and serve everyone's needs. So I've never sell something to someone who doesn't clearly want it or need it. I'm there to be a consultant and to really help people with what they're looking for and to walk away really satisfied with their experience. So if anybody is interested in hosting an online party, it will be so fun. I'll send the samples out in the mail. I would really appreciate that right now. I just figured that if I could come on here and be authentic, that maybe some of you might be interested, and that there is power in being vulnerable and asking for help. And that's pretty much it. You know, it doesn't really take a lot to make me happy and to know, like, to just, you know, I don't know, support me. So I feel a little weird that I asked that, but again, I just felt like you never know, and it's time to lean on community. And honestly, guys, it just felt really good to talk about what I'm really passionate about, because I want to be able to share more about my business from a vision standpoint and a business standpoint online, just because it makes me happy. And I haven't, because I've been afraid that people wouldn't relate, or they would think it's annoying, or sounds like I'm trying to sell stuff all the time. But as you can see, there's like so much more to it than that. And if this resonated with you at all, I'm always looking to add people to my team, because this is literally what I'm in Arbonne for. It's to build the life of my dreams. And unless I really explain it, just saying that doesn't really add any value to anybody who's listening. So I hope that this sparked something inside of you to, if it's not Arbonne also, but to like start pursuing what you're really passionate about. I would love that, because we only live once. And if all of a sudden Arbonne sounds like something you're even 1% interested in, because you're like, wow, yeah, I actually want to do those things with my life, or there's other things you want to be able to do, people to be a mom and work from home, or whatever it is, build your dream house, buy a boat, buy a car, whatever, I would love to speak with you, because that's literally what I'm doing. And sometimes communicating that beyond just selling the products is challenging. So anyway, I almost had this video to 15 minutes. Now it's almost 20. So hopefully you made it this far, because I know sometimes it's like, oh my God, sitting and watching a whole 20-minute video seems like a big commitment. But anyway, well, there you go. I love you guys. Thank you for listening. And I really appreciate you being there and just being cheerleader on my journey, because it means so much to me. And because of you guys on Instagram, I have felt so much less alone in life, and you know, in everything that I've gone through in the past few years. So anyway, I love you guys very much, and I'll catch you on the flip side.